About 50 kilometers from Naples, on the southern slopes of Mount Vesuvius, there's a small but vibrant town called Pagani. Every year on the first Sunday after Easter, a mighty festival of song, dance and drumming takes place here. This is the festival of Madonna delle Galline, or Madonna of the Hens.
Buone feste della Madonna delle Galline. Okay.
The soundtrack of the festival is the thundering rhythm of the tammorrra, Campania's very own drum. And during the 4-day event, drummers and dancers fill the streets to celebrate and worship the Madonna. In this part of Rhythms of Italy, join me as I excavate the stories and rhythms at the heart of this magical and ancient tradition, the folklore and the faithful whose passion and dedication have kept it alive for hundreds of years.
So we're just about to head into the church to see Madonna delle Galline. It seems, even though it's raining, that people are gathering on balconies. Everyone is coming out to catch a glimpse of Madonna delle Galline.
This is the Madonna delle Galline, and she is the star of the festivities here in Pagani. She lives in the church of Santa Maria del Carmine and has done for some 400 years. The story goes that a flock of pecking chickens discovered this small portrait of the Madonna, which turned out to have magical and curative properties. It's thought that the painting was hidden between the 8th and 9th centuries to protect it from the destruction of sacred images during the iconoclastic period. Stories of the icon's healing and supernatural properties spread like wildfire through the rural communities of Pagani, and in 1610 this church was built to house the icon and welcome pilgrims who travel from afar to worship. Many in Pagani believe that the chickens' role in the festivities go back much further than this, and instead attribute it to the pagan cults that dominated before Christianity, where hens were worshipped and sacrificed. So you can probably guess what Pagani translates to.
So Pagani means pagan, right?
Pagani means pagan, yeah. This one, doesn't have nothing to do with the Christian culture, actually. It's very pre-Christian, all that you see here,
And the kaleidoscope of songs, dances and drumming which characterize the festivities further reinforce this notion.
So you can see just behind me that somebody is holding up one of the big tambourines, a tammorrra, towards Madonna delle Galline.
The traditional dancing and drumming of Campania is central to the celebrations of Madonna delle Galline in Pagani. Not even the rain can deter the groups of Tammurriata forming outside the church with voluntary participation.
Questa è la Tammurriata, insomma, Tammurriata tipica campana, quindi la cosa particolare di queste feste, insomma, così, di questi raduni, che poi sono raduni spontanei di tammurrianti, ecco, di esecutori, cantori, quindi del ballo di tradizione. La cosa particolare, dicevo, è proprio quella che ci si incontra, sia loro che sono gli autoctoni, quindi che stanno sul posto e quindi compiono la liturgia, il rito all'interno del cerchio, col tamburo a cornice, col canto, con la danza, e quindi se vogliamo esorcizzano anche tutto questo male di vivere, questa inquietudine che durante l'anno uno porta e conserva dentro, si riesce appunto a liberare. E quindi noi che siamo all'esterno, con loro che sono del posto, si riesce a creare magicamente, dico sempre io, un cerchio magico, quindi una vera e propria comunità.
So, first experience of the Tammurriata at Madonna delle Galline. Oh my God, it was just electric. The music started like quite quiet and quite chilled out. And then as people started dancing and people started joining and singing, it just got more and more passionate and more energetic. And it's just so lovely that this festival is back in full swing 2022. It's Friday night, and as you can see, as you've heard, things are already in full flow. So the music will start Friday night, all night Friday night, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, finishing at sunrise on the Monday.
Of course, there have been genuine challenges over the last 2 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic, though some people in Pagani believe there is another reason at the root of the church's resistance for the festival returning in 2022.
Religious tradition is the main problem. The church is the main problem of the subculture we live in. The church is the cause of the problem and proposes itself as the solution at the same time. That's it.
It's understandable, of course, that there's a healthy discourse between the secular and profane aspects of the festival, but what's so clear to me as an outsider is how important the festival is to the people of Pagani.
It's like a moment where the people, they want to see, they want to see the beauty of the city. And, we are proud, we are happy to celebrate this joy with all the people.
Given the importance of the festival to people in the region, I'm curious as to why the celebrations were almost cancelled for a third year running in 2022. Major sporting events and religious gatherings were already taking place throughout Italy, and I'm curious as to why the church were hesitant to allow traditions to continue in Pagani as usual. I met with the mayor of Pagani, Lello De Prisco, and Minister for Culture, Valentina Olivera, to try and better understand this complex dynamic.
Dopo 2 anni si è pensato o ci si trova di fronte al fatto di vedere e organizzare la festa in un modo diverso, sia per i motivi del Covid, per cui bisogna mettere comunque in sicurezza la città, e anche perché quest'anno in maniera particolare la diocesi Nocera-Sarno e il vescovo hanno reputato prematuro fare la processione.
Several weeks before the festivities, the diocese made an announcement that the festival would not be taking place this year, which was met with huge public outcry, and the people of Pagani were vocal in expressing their disappointment.
E ci sono state, come tu dicevi, delle polemiche iniziali, perché c'è chi sostiene che senza processione la festa non ci debba essere. Io invece sono stato, così come gran parte della città, e all'apertura delle porte ieri abbiamo avuto la dimostrazione che abbiamo fatto bene, voleva a prescindere rivedere la sua Madonna, quindi le porte aperte e quindi la festa che sia sintomo di speranza e di pace, per cui anche se in maniera ridotta tornare alla normalità, perché la devozione non è mai cambiata, anzi si è rafforzata.
And it must be a very difficult position to be in, dealing with the church, dealing with the people, and being almost like the mediator between the two.
Ovviamente questa mediazione c'è stata, mi ha fatto piacere che comunque alla fine la festa e i momenti religiosi camminino di nuovo insieme. Quindi tutti quanti dobbiamo fare una riflessione e venirci incontro, perché la cosa principale è non perdere la fede e soprattutto non perdere le tradizioni. Ogni paganese per la Madonna delle Galline fa qualcosa. C'è chi fa le foto,
Sì.
c'è chi balla, c'è chi canta e c'è chi mangia.
Mangia.
Io mangio.
Sì.
No, e c'è chi cucina.
Yeah.
Io non sono bravo a ballare, ma sono bravo a cucinare i piatti tipici per la festa.
Sì.
Però quest'anno non posso farlo perché diciamo che ho altri impegni per cui non posso stare ai fornetti. Ecco.
Now that the religious part of the festival is completed, the groups of drummers and dancers start to assemble almost immediately around the town. Franco Tiano is a hugely important character in the story of Madonna delle Galline. The singer and actor who died in 2008 inspired a new generation of Paganis to the more ancient practices of the festival, including that of the Toselli, where people dress the town's courtyards with altars and portraits of the Madonna, small chicken coops along with baskets of fruits and vegetables. It's almost like a throwback to pagan times.
So just in here is the house of Franco Tiano. He's commemorated by this beautiful plaque, of course, the tammorrra.
This year, the door to Franco's house is closed. As the full procession was cancelled this year, Franco's family decided not to open his Toselli, which is usually a centre point for the festivities. We were lucky enough to be given a few moments to experience Franco's home, which is a beautiful tribute to his memory and everything he did for Pagani and indeed the festival.
You can see portraits and lots of offerings remembering him and his legacy.
Outside, we met with Franco's niece, Maria, who is keeping the family traditions alive, a fantastic singer and tammorrra player. As we gather outside Franco's house, I can't help but feel people are mourning the absence of a full procession this year.
Usually there should be the procession. They say Amaron esce nova e s'arratira calate l'ora. The Hail Mary go out at 9 in the morning and she will come back for sunset.
Yeah.
This year, didn't happen, but still you can see, the party, and the spirit that there is, of these people, to celebrate life.
So we're here in the centre of Pagani, and there's so many different groups of Tammurriata happening, where musicians and dancers, and it becomes this kind of cacophony of sound as you move around the centre of town and the central park here. The different groups, the rhythms are kind of clashing with each other, and it creates a sort of swirling sort of vibe in the air, and it's really great. As you look over here, you can see one set of dancers and musicians doing one kind of beat, and then over here another one, and it kind of, as you move around, it starts to overlap and become kind of crazy and chaotic, but I suppose that's all part of the magic. So throughout the day there are spontaneous processions that tammorrra players walking through the streets of the town, all part of the celebrations. So we're about to see one just behind us now. The tammorrra are coming.
Whilst the official procession was cancelled this year, there were lots of small gatherings through the narrow winding streets of Pagani, where musicians and dancers travel from Torselli to Torselli, leaving a blessing at each one to mark the occasion of the celebrations.
Grazie.
And of course, these processions all culminate in front of the Madonna.
Madonna delle Galline niente già. Cattata veloce e mietta la rinda tre innamorata la sola Amaroni esce no Sore Amarone!
There's no sign of the drumming and dancing finishing anytime soon, and the music will continue until morning when the gates of the church are closed.
So everywhere we go in Pagani, there must be something in the water because everyone plays tammorrra. Literally, we're watching a few musicians playing, singing, and then they just hand over the drum and someone kind of picks it up and goes, oh yeah, and just dives straight into traditional Tammurriata playing. It's so incredible. Everyone plays this drum. It is such a unique feeling as we're walking through the streets. It feels like music could break out at any point. You hear these kind of clicking of the castanets in time, and then a tammorrra will join, someone will start singing. And because we're here on these beautiful old cobblestones and the streets are so narrow, the buildings are so tall, the music and the sound and the rhythm just echoes round and round. So as we were walking through the streets and technically not processing through the streets, one tammorrra, one set of castanets, whether it be a child, a baby in a pram or anyone, starts, the rhythm starts and everyone just joins in, and it's impossible to stop the music here in Pagani from Madonna delle Galline. It's impossible, they could never stop the music.
Thanks for watching this 5th installment of Rhythms of Italy. The 6th part of the series takes us forward to September for the final pilgrimage of the year, La Juta a Montevergine, and you can check that episode out right over here.